Hi, this is Harry Forbes. I'm here at the 2019 ARC Orlando Forum. My guest is Zied Ouertani, who's the digital lead for chemicals and refining with ABB. Zied, welcome to the forum.
Thanks for having me.
Zied, when we talk about industrial IoT and advanced applications, analytics is always involved in the space, and it's a way people are seeking to turn the mountains of data that they've always had into some actionable insights. Can you tell me about where ABB is using analytics in your product line today? Just overview of that.
It is indeed. I think the analytical background of putting a solution that will create actionable insights for our customers is really important. And that's embedded literally now in all of our portfolio, meaning that for asset performance management, for operations management, for energy management, but also in assisting operators in their daily life, we do use analytics.
Okay, can you give me an example of how that would be helping operators? I don't usually think of it as being an operator-centric kind of application.
Absolutely. So what we've been doing is looking at, for example, anomaly detections type of solutions to enable the operator to focus on the right problem and focus on the right things to be done. Instead of having that information overload, what we do is using some clustering algorithm, some anomaly detection that will guide the operator in focusing on fixing the problem that they have at hand.
Okay, so you're trying to basically help the operator in the control room maintain the appropriate situational awareness in all these conditions?
Absolutely. That's the first level of support that we provide. Today, with the artificial intelligence technology that is now coming at hand, looking at technology like voice recognition, speech to text, text to speech, we're moving literally in providing voice-based solution where the customers or the operator can interact with the system with voice commands to get and dig into the data to get the right insight to fix the problem.
Very interesting. There's a lot of other new technologies that are coming into the process industries, a lot of times for field workers, things like augmented reality and virtual reality and so on and so forth, mixed reality, and robotics and other kinds of autonomous surveillance and drones and things like that. What is ABB doing with this kind of technology in your portfolio?
I will start with the augmented reality and virtual reality. And here we've identified two potential value-add solutions. One is on the training of the new hiring, for example.
Yes.
But also on the knowledge capture of those that they are leaving. So what we do is we capture all of that knowledge, we digitize it, and we provide it with augmented reality solutions to train the new hiring. The other use case that has been also very promising is when sending someone on the field, you would like to empower them with the right digital technology. Connecting the field operator to the control room using augmented reality has been very powerful in helping them safely run their operations and their activities.
It's quite come a long way from the days when people were connected with a brick radio.
Absolutely. So the idea here is, remember I told you the voice command is literally to go into interacting with the system, even when they are in the field, with the voice command and your tablet or your HoloLens, link it directly to the control room to get the right insight in the right time.
Can we shift to a little talking about how this works commercially? Because when we look into the more modern, the more IoT space, we start talking, instead of CapEx, more talking about OpEx. Instead of talking about buying equipment, we talk about buying subscriptions. And how is ABB adjusting to that, or what is kind of your position in that area?
So the way we took digitalization in ABB is really by innovating our business model. Before looking at the technology itself, we try to understand how would our customers would like to work with us. Is it a simple transaction, or do they want to have a partner? Having a partner means you are sharing a risk. Sharing a risk, that's a long-term partnership, that's performance-based, those are KPIs-driven, and this is where we see the trend and the shift in the industry in adopting digitalization.
How does that work for you in terms of obviously you work with a lot of different customers, some of which are very much committed to any number of your products and automation platforms, and others are not. Are you willing to pursue those kind of arrangements with people who are not ABB customers, and how has that been working?
I would say the number one value proposition we have is we are really an open platform. And here by saying platform, I'm not talking about the technology itself. I'm talking about the business relationship. The business relationship and the way we've been setting up ourselves is our customers, regardless what they have as an installed base, they would like to be serviced. They would like to have a premium service and premium support. If it comes from ABB, the installed base, if it does not come from ABB, we actually provide a system agnostic solution that helps them really extract the insight they need in order to make the right decision.
At some of the sessions this morning at the forum, we had really isolated on the importance of partnerships and forming partnerships to deliver this kind of solution for end users. Can you tell us about the process that ABB goes through in developing partners and the programs that you have for partnering with complementary firms?
So partnerships in ABB is in two ways. There is the complementary suppliers to extend our ecosystem to deliver the right service to our end users, but there are also the partnerships directly with our end users to work as a collaborator. Mm-hmm. On the partnering with the ecosystem to deliver services, we have selected so far 3 strategic partners: on the platform, on the analytics, and on the infrastructure. On looking now at where we can really create the value is by working very closely with our customers. The number one step for us in engaging with our end users is what we call co-creation sessions. We do not talk about technology. We understand the business needs first. We co-create the solution together by understanding the problem that we want to focus on and moving on into defining what could be a solution architecture.
That's very similar to the approach that we've heard advocated at this convention by many end users. What about the shift in technology that ABB has always had a pretty long-range view of technology and pretty strong research and development? What do you see coming based on these kind of changes in the automation and process manufacturing space?
If we look at the technology now that we've been mentioning, and we look at the collaboration mechanisms that are being now put in place, we're heading toward what we call autonomous operations. If we look at the technology today, if we look at the sensing technology, if we look at the image processing power, if we look at the computing power, we are today empowered to think about running an operation unmanned. We can take the man out of that picture. Not from the overall system, but we can get the man to look at value-add activities, and everything else could be automated. And this is where we're seeing the future. We've recently shown how a vessel can dock itself autonomously. So this is what we call autonomous shipping. We're moving to autonomous mining. We're moving to autonomous operations for oil and gas, for chemicals, for refining. And this is where the future is turning the really costs related to the manpower into more focused and value-add activities.
There's really kind of 2 aspects to that. You have the manpower being expensive in certain locations, especially the kind of remote locations, but then you also have the issue of personnel risk over time in a lot of those areas. What do you think customers are interested in? Is one of those taking priority over the other?
The trend we see is this concept of what is now being called integrated operation centers. If you look at the big operators today, they have hundreds of plants. They cannot run them all with people on site. So what they do, they created these regional centers. So there is a need to go to that direction, but there is also a big element into having local skills ready to also go on site when needed. So there will be a compromise.
That sounds very interesting. I'd be interested to hear about it as it develops.
Absolutely. That would be really great.
Zied, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
My guest has been Zied Ouertani, the digital lead for chemicals and refining at ABB. Thank you for watching.